Hey guys, Elite Legionarii here, bringing you some 2 versus 2 action for medieval two-total war. This time I'll command Venice and be teaming up with Lavernicus, who's using his typical Spain, and we'll be taking on Evil Killer 17, who's the Moors, and Travisyeary, who is France. Travis was a really nice guy we ran into as well online. Had some good conversations and stuff with him. So we've bought a musket-heavy force, and what we're going to do, I bought a mixture of muskets and archers myself. So here, the battle's going very quickly, guys. So these Christian Guard will go toe-to-toe with my feudal knights, and his knights are slightly better. But I have 2 units of these Stradiots, which are extremely effective light cavalry units. They can do a lot of damage, and they're only light cav. So I did quite a bit of damage to the approaching forces, as you can see, with my guns, and I've pinned them on my pike units, and now I'm going to use my extremely powerful heavy Venetian infantry to rip into them with their armor-piercing weapons and kill them very quickly.
Good riddance to that jealous dog. Pray his death will break his immense resolve.
So this battle got going exceedingly fast on my side. I had, I believe it was 4 feudal knights, 2 Stradiots. I think it was 5 units of Venetian heavy infantry, 4 Venetian, not 4, 3 musketeers. I think I had 2 or 3 pikes, and I had several Venetian archers, which I was a bit slow to get out of the fight, but they're quite capable in melee fighting anyway, so it's not a big deal. As you see, we tear into them pretty quickly, and Lavernicus gives me support where I need it, which is what a good ally should always do. And he does actually does break through me on this side, which was interesting. Sheer weight of numbers, but his forces are getting pretty punished by my muskets here, which is good. And over here, his Christian Guard and my feudal knights have more or less nullified each other, but some of them my guys won, and I'm able to destroy a lot of his forces with my German attacker's Hashashin, which is a very powerful infantry unit, which I need to get rid of, and I'll do that as well. So a really quick fight.
We have lost half of our men.
So I'm going to rip into these Hashashin here, and that should destroy them pretty quickly. And I've still got a couple of archers, some more Venetian heavy infantry. I've got my musketeers, which are hard to defend at the moment because there's so much going on, so they're going to take a few casualties from these Christian Guard here. But my Stradiots are just wreaking havoc in his back lines, and they're in a really, literally they're a light cavalry unit that you could very nearly just call a heavy cavalry unit. They're really excellent. A very close cavalry fight, but even infantry-wise, he did a very good job infantry-wise, because Venetian heavy infantry are some of the best in the game. Lavernicus over here, he starts to rip through the cavalry of Travis here, but the mistake that Travis and the Moorish player, Evil Killer, did was they didn't really support each other. Either Travis wanted to stay back, or Evil Killer wanted to advance, and that left the Evil Killer on his own, and it means Travis is going to be on his own. So I don't know whether it was a hasty work on Lavernicus just lost his general there. If it was hasty work on Killer's part, or if it was slow reaction time on Travis's part. They didn't really have a very good team plan, I guess. And here, Travis's mistake really is allowing this fight to take part so far away from his main infantry force, whereas it's close to Lavernicus, so Lavernicus can support with his own infantry pretty quickly. So I've just finally finished off the remainder of Evil Killer's Moorish army, my Venetian one, but not without some pretty heavy losses. The cavalry fight was fairly even. The infantry fight was much more in my favour, as can be expected. Most of my Venetian heavy infantry are still, at least half of them are still on the field, and in pretty decent numbers, with at least 30 to 40 men in each unit. But we did do a lot of damage to my... I've also got my 3 units of Venetian heavy archers here, which are just an excellent archer unit, I might add, and a few of my musketeers. So I do come out for at least, probably just slightly under half my army alive still. And I'm just going to let Lavernicus pin from the front, and I'll just go out to the flank basically, and I'll support Lavernicus here. Me and Lavernicus have been fighting together online for a few months now, on and off, so we've gotten to know how each other likes to play, and we've built strategies, and we just we know how to work together now. Lavernicus has obviously gone with a standard build, sort of a mixture of conquistadors and shipwreck knights, both in the cavalry and in the infantry and as musketeers. Lavernicus has made excellent use of the musketeers in battle. A very few times have I seen him make shoddy errors with them. He's very good with them, in my opinion. Initially, I was not very good with musketeers, but I've since learned, and now we're just going to easily outshoot Travis here. He's brought forces that were arquebusiers. Arquebusiers are very good in melee fighting for a gun unit, much better than musketeers, but their range is considerably shorter. He's brought these avientures, and of course he's got several pikemen, and he's got some dismounted noble knights, some shipwreck knights, some more shipwreck knights. He had some other heavy carriers, general bodyguard. I believe he had some noble cavalry. I'm not really sure. I didn't really get much of a chance here. This battle started so quickly. I probably should have paused in hindsight, but never mind. So anyway, we're just going to sort of shoot Travis up and force him to actually have to come forward. Although a lot of his Aventurae have some range. And of course, it's easy to get the Aventurae mixed with the Aventuros of Portugal's pike, the Portugal's pike unit. They've got very similar ways of saying their name. I think I'm saying them right. But anyway, I'm getting a bit harassed here by this general's bodyguard, but I can hopefully stall it off. I've got pikes here to deter it. A few of them. I think militia pikes are a really useful unit in all honesty. They're not, with upgrades they're actually quite strong. I don't usually upgrade them, I just usually allow them to hold the line and absorb a charge and stall an enemy infantry line and then just flat out charge it with my own infantry. Here he tries to charge, but he's very weakened and he doesn't get much of a charge. And this is where my Venetian heavy infantry excel in an extended prolonged melee like this. They're absolutely excellent infantry units. They're armour piercing, they're extremely deadly. It's hard to say which is better between them and the conquistadors. The conquistadors, in my opinion, have slightly better stats, but because of the armour-piercing trait of the Venetian heavy infantry, it's extremely hard to say. But these two, I would say, are equal for the very best infantry unit in Medieval 2. I kind of like the conquistadors, though. I've found they are slightly more successful in extended melee, but sometimes I've seen Venetian heavy infantry actually really rip into the conquistadors. Other times I've seen conquistadors rip into Venetian heavy infantry, so very hard decision there. I often have a bit of trouble deciding which is better, but personally I'm happy to use either. They're both absolutely excellent infantry in Medieval 2. I slightly like the conquistadors a bit more. I kind of like their name, and their history is kind of really cool, going to America and under Cortez and all that. It's kind of more what I'm more interested in it, I guess. I don't really know much or a great deal about heavy Venetian infantry. I'm sure a unit such as like this exists. And what I do like is they had this square shield, kind of like the scoot and the Ronins used, so it's kind of like they're using their ancestors' weapons. It's quite cool. So our gun units will just thin out a lot of Travis's force, and this is where Travis makes... it's a bit of a pickle of a situation for him. He either has to fight us or he has to sit and take it. And to be honest, he'd probably be better off just flat out charge, because Lavernicus muskets are just having a field day out there. I was thinking the other day, Lavernicus would probably like Empire Total War. Although he's told me he only really likes Medieval 2 Total War, but I reckon he'd probably possibly like some of the stuff you can do in Empire Total War. Napoleon, he uses a lot of guns, all the arms are gun units, and he loves musketeers, so it just depends. So my archers, I'm going to move to the flank, get some flank shots, and I'm going to bring my infantry around the flank, and we're just going to let Lavernicus pin, and I'll flank around the back. So these archers, Venetian heavy archers, some of the best foot archers in the game. They're absolutely excellent. Venice is an extremely good faction in this game. In my opinion, it is most definitely the best Italian faction, both campaign and online. It is very good. Milan is also very good, but it's not as good as Venice. It doesn't have the powerful infantry like Venice. It doesn't have the powerful archers. It does have the general's crossbowmen, which are very excellent crossbowmen units, but I probably prefer the Venetian archers. Plus, they both have access to muskets. But then again, Sicily is also an extremely good faction, but the difference is Sicily is very good in the early period, whereas these two are much better in the later period. I do not like the papal states. I don't think they're very good at all, to be honest. But the Italian factions are very good, and plus in campaign they make a lot of money, which is a very excellent way to get a very dominant empire going quickly. So here Lavernicus and Travis will start their fight. And this should be no trouble for Lavernicus to win. His conquistadors are much better. The chivalric knights and noble knights, the chivalric knights will be a close fight between the two of them, but the conquistadors will have no trouble at all. Just tearing into these pikes and noble, I forgot what they're called now. My mind's gone blank. Noble knights, there we go. So here I'm going to just charge in and whip him up. I'm going to get around behind him with some of my infantry and just going to flank him here. I don't have any cav, but it doesn't really need it. And I've got my men on the flanks here, and I'm shooting into this big cluster of French troops here with my guns.
Only half the enemy force remains.
And now I'm riding behind here with my Venetian heavy infantry. This will just rout him pretty much instantly, because my guys are just devastating with the armor-piercing Warhammer. It is an absolutely excellent infantry unit if you're playing as... if you're new to Medieval 2, in my opinion there are a lot of very, very good factions in this game, but it's hard to top Spain in all honesty, in my opinion. Russia's a very close example, but I still think Spain is the best, and Venice is also very close. But Spain is just... Spain and Portugal are just absolutely excellent infantry factions all around. They're just fantastic. And it's why I can see why Lavernicus just loves them, But Russia is also a very good competitor for that throne. Venice is very good in most areas, but it's not that great in cavalry areas. It's not bad, it's decent, it's acceptable, but it's not like... Spain is really good cavalry wise and infantry wise and gun wise and pike wise and skirmish wise. So Spain's just good everywhere. So
the field of battle and abandons his men.
Christendom
will be
they admits defeat.
By the victory we have won here today.
And that is a very fun battle there. For me and Lavernicus, we win again. Another one. It's always good to work alongside Lavernicus. He is a great ally to have. And of course we've done many battles together now, and we've got it down to a fine art actually. So I got 1,126 men deployed, 691 of my men were lost, 435 left, and I got 925 kills and 184 captures, so just slightly over 1,000 for me. Lavernicus had 1,091 men deployed, he got 653 losses, 438 men remaining, and he had 631 kills and 91, so for just around 720-ish. Travis had 1,141, he got 948 losses and 193 left, and 738 kills and 39 captures. And Evil Killer had 991 deployed, 904 losses, 87 left, and 739. So actually they got more than Lav, but the mistake they made is they didn't work together at all. Either the Moorish player rushed it, or Travis didn't support fast enough. You need to work together. We see, by doing what he did though, the Moorish player allowed his flanks to be exposed to Lavernicus actually helping me. I didn't really need it, but it was available, so if it looked bad for me, which it didn't really look too bad, it was easily repairable with help from Lavernicus, you see. So that's what you got to do in team battles. You got to assist each other. You got to take into account your allies and if your enemies are going to work together. If you work together, you have a greater chance of success. Quite often, like in Rome Total War, and let's say a 3 vs 3, often what you do, some people just flat out move their men to one flank and destroy someone else, and it's some really interesting stuff can go on. So if we've looked at my stats, my feudal knights here, if you've probably already looked, my generals won 32, didn't do that in 40, it was okay. This one got 78 and 39 captures, so that's pretty nice, gets it over 100. And this one here was pretty good. But feudal knights versus Christian Guard, which is definitely better than feudal knights, so I'm pretty pleased with that. These Stradiotes, like I said, are absolutely excellent. Look, 39, 52, 56 here, and captures, they're excellent. They're only a light cav unit, but they're fantastic, and they can really even give a heavy infantry unit a beating, even though they're only light cav. Another light cav unit that's like this is Hussars from from Hungary and Poland, but I find Stradiats are probably even slightly better than Hussars, even though Hussars are a bit cooler. Venetian heavy infantry, they speak for themselves. They're fantastic. They are just a fantastic heavy infantry unit. Lots of captures, lots of kills. I have very rarely seen them go badly for me, and they are well worth their weight in gold and the upgrades you might want to give them. Venetian archers, I was a wee bit slow on pulling them out of that, and they did take more casualties than they otherwise should have, but otherwise they're also a fantastic archer unit, and they are well worth their weight in gold as well. But they can be expensive, but it gives Venice a very good option. And musketeers, 45, 94, 77, they did great. They really thinned out that Moorish advance before it even got to me, and you can easily shield them with pipe militia, which obviously took the beating, but they did the shielding. It was just great. It was all to come together very nicely. Venice is an excellent faction, as is Spain, some of the best, but I mean France and the Moors are also very good. So hope you guys enjoyed this. Thanks to Lavernicus, Travis and Killer. Great game to you guys, and I certainly hope you enjoyed, because I know I did, and hope you guys viewing enjoyed. Feel free to leave comments, your opinions, and whatever else you feel you want to ask or say. I'm willing to listen. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you soon next time.